Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the very first episode of Specs Reviews. On today's show, we're going to be talking to you about the Netflix film Outside the Wire. Oh yeah. Right, so what we're going to do, we're going to do 5 things which the film done good, and 5 things the film done not so good. Now, my editing skills aren't that good, so what we're going to do is we're going to imagine it, and then hopefully it'll work. Ready? So, number 1 on the process is burning cars. Now you might go, how is this a movie review? He's talking about burning cars. Let me get this straight, right? Even in Transformers and Expendables, there's not this many burning cars. There's more burning cars in this film than I've had relationships. And that's not saying much. I've only had 1 relationship.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
So, moving on to number 2. We have the prototype of Leo. Now, Anthony Mackie plays Leo amazingly, and I love the idea of Leo. I love the fact that he's like AI, but he's not AI, he's human, but he's not human. Problem 3, they flip the main character. What do I mean by flip the main character, you ask? Well, at the start, he's in his room, he's just playing with the drone, he's like... Then on the second part of the film, he's actually in the battlefield. Now, how often does that happen? Don't actually ask me. I don't know the answer. I'm not sure if Google will tell me the answer either. It's one of those things. Just use your imagination. It's 2021. We all gotta use our imagination. I mean, I've been stuck in this room for like a year. What else am I meant to do?
Moments later.
It's like all I do all day is I just sit and I just watch and play movies and TVs. I'm not sure if I can even socialize anymore. I mean, I didn't socialize anyway.
Very boring minutes later.
I'm not a sociable person. Look at me. Look at me. My hair is not working today. It's making me like, it's tickling me by ear.
1 week later.
I did not expect that to happen. Number 4, the script. The script of this film is absolutely glorious and genius. I love some of it. For whatever line say, really hit me this line. This line, Anthony Mackie's line in humans aren't emotional enough. Aren't emotional? I've already cried 3 times today, and that's only because I dropped the toast on the floor. Like, honest to God, what is with these people? And moving on to number 5, we have the action scenes. The action scenes of this movie got better and better on every single one. There's a bit where Anthony Mackie's like having a fight with this guy, and you don't actually see the fight. All you see is this guy's body land in front of you. Like, I'm not gonna lie, if you got into a building and you just saw a belly flop to the floor, it's not gonna be a nice building. I most probably walk away and walk out of that building if I was you. I'm not gonna lie. So, we're now moving on to the cons of the list. Number 1, we have the main character. Now, I'm not saying the main character was rubbish. I'm not saying the actor was rubbish. The actor's really good, actually. But the main character of Lieutenant Thomas Hart, I just felt he had no idea what they were doing with him. At the start, he was kind of a wuss. He was like, I'm just chilling. I've seen, this guy's most probably seen hours and hours, and like been in war zones, and he's like, you know, just flying around. Yeah, I know he's not on the ground, but he's flying around. But then, as soon as they put him into a war zone, he's like, come on, dude. You've seen this happen already. You know what's going to happen. You don't have to just pretend like you don't know what's happening. You don't know where to go. You don't know where to look. But then at the end of the film, he's like, I'm a big man. I'm a big man. Yeah, look at me. when, yeah, at the end of the film, he's like, I'm gonna take down Anthony Mackie. So he takes him down, and he's like, you gotta get clear before the bomb hits. He's like, blow the building up. Excuse me, what? Blow the building up? This guy was the same guy who nearly wet himself because he didn't know what way to look at the start of the movie. You just... So, the second one, 2036. Now you might go, what's that got to do with the movie? Everything. This film's set in 2036. That is exactly 15 years from right now. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is February 2021, and I have no idea what day it is. It could be a Monday, it could be a Wednesday, it could be a Friday, it could be a Tuesday. But the point is, this film is set 15 years from now. 15 years. We don't have flying cars yet. We don't have hoverboards and stuff. And they're like, we got a Gumps, which, by the way, Gumps, wicked idea, amazing idea. Except, why would you call them Gumps? They reminded me of Jelly Babies every time I saw them on the flipping screen. Why is this film 1 hour 55 minutes long? Nearly 2 hours long. You could have cut so much out of this film and you'd still have a good film. I'm not saying it's a bad film, I'm just saying it's a very, very long film for what it's meant to be. Like, I picked up my phone 3 times throughout this film. I don't like picking up my phone watching films. It's not something I do personally. If it is for you, that's up to you. Unless you're in the cinema. But don't do that in the cinema. I will actually hit you. The code sequencer. Now, the code sequencer. But why does it have to look like an MP3 from the year 2007? Most villains are either really poorly written or really brilliantly written, like Thanos. You could see who the main villain was of this film straight away. As soon as they introduce him, you're like, there he is. No surprise whatsoever, it's Anthony Mackie. Genius, but dumb. You could see it from a mile away. It is just one of those things, you're like, oh, they've gone for the classic villain movie film, person, character. This isn't a pro, this isn't a con. What this is a 15 rated film with Anthony Mackie walking around being a boss man. Not gonna lie, this film was Anthony Mackie's film. It was a good film as well, but at the end of the day, we all know who Anthony Mackie is. You all know Clarence.